Wait. Yeah, there's like leftover T-bone steak in the incinerator, so... Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold you to your claim. But I'm afraid I will have to penalize you. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whatever the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. I get penalized, but I do it anyway? What? What? Yeah, what? What's the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. With the photograph? Or with the spear itself? What? He run him over with a truck. Look at this meme. I guess I take this. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? Someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? This is true. Order. Smack table. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. God damn it, Edgeworth. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Freaking gate. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack's hammer standing on the top of the stairs. I will clear this case, easy peasy. Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended, Mr. Wright. What is this all about? This photograph I'm slapping right now is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. I like slapping this piece of paper, by the way. Look at my face while doing this. I'm enjoying this more than you lawyer. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, don't wiggle your finger at me. I mean, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest like a spear? I talked about that the whole freaking last day. What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago happened again. Has happened again, see? Nani? He's like... Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 on the day of the murder. Miss D. Van Cass meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Through whatever she did it, on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho! Ho ho! Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you said. Yet the body was found at Studio One, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio One? No, you drove it to Studio One with the van. And returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? Yeah, he didn't die there. He didn't die at the Studio One. He was found at Studio One, so she had enough time. The break in the meeting and the trailer lasted 15 minutes. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death? Then carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance, actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting, let's hear it then, Mr. Wright. Please show us how she carried the body. With the monkey head! Easy as that, van. Slap table, Mrs. Vasquez. You carried the body to Studio One, and you used the studio van to do it. Yeah, obviously, you fools. Recall your testimony. There was to be the rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Maybe. Of course, Salmonella has to have been. Yeah, he has been, because he does everything he is told, so yes. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Van Cass could have done that alone. That's true. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. That's true too. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Mrs. Vasquez? Shall I continue? No need. Good evening, Draco. Yeah, you came just in for the judgment. I guess. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? Yatta! So, what happened next? Me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost, something like that? I just said that. Smack table. Wait, so you mean... There's one cast, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Oh my! Is the card like no? Huh? A Draco? How do I look in my new camera, by the way? I'm very concerned about your opinion on that. So this is my new camera. How do I look? It's just okay. Tancred gave me stinky cheese on this, so. Are you sure? Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the results of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But it is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. Yeah, thank you. See, I know that would happen. Yay. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is only a possibility. Order, Mr. Edgeworth, your swords. Oh, of course. It's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. Yeah, you can see the quality. Thank you. Yeah, I was worried about that. Testify again? Testify again. I didn't like you. I did like you to testify again. Testify again. Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've always said all there is to say. What would happen if I say it again? You'd ask the same questions and get the same answers. A waste of time. No, this is not a script. To come so far on and to fail. No. Testify again. She will, like, say something else. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Oh, Edgy is jumping in action. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Oh no. I see very well. There it is! My brain didn't give up on me, good. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth? Badge! I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick. Why did Edward... You know, because he's smart. Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. Yeah, you know. Yo, welcome to the Gravekeepers. Yeah, this is... Yeah, thank you. This is... Adraka is right. Oh, you had a chat with a friend. Oh, this is cool, yeah. To get to talk to people, it's always good. And if you can have the opportunity, like it was the same thing for me. Like about when I did my marathon run on Quest for Glory 4, and I did commentary on Miller's run before that, Quest for Glory 1, 2, 3. This was the first time like David, Miller, and I sat together in a Discord room and we could like talk to each other. It was so good. And I guess like to talk with someone is so good. Like I felt so close to both of them. Like it felt so real and so cool. Like sitting basically in one room, and we had a great time doing that. So I can imagining that you have a good time talking to a friend, because I had that feeling too. And everyone, like, after that, people came up to us and like said, yeah, you guys, you know, we can feel that you like do stuff together. It was so cool, like for real. After finding the body, let's see. I was with Sal and Oldebag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldebag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. You made both of us facepalm with bad puns. This is true too. But I made you laugh at like GDQ too, so I guess we're even now. I asked to be left out of the proceeding. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction direction notes. It was so hard for me to think about how to make you laugh. I had this weird setup from this whole like every time I say, oh, I don't like puns, I don't like puns, I don't like puns, I hate puns and all that, and then do the freaking pun on your run was so hard for me. Like the whole setup to this point. It was all just a play to fool you, to make you laugh. You fall for it, you lawyer. When I went home, Good. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Yeah, it's so rewarding to talk, yeah. Good to hear that. Yeah, connected is good. I can feel that. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she'll sure be falter. Find the key you need and twist her neck. What? Twist the truth out of her. Sorry, don't twist the neck. Twisting necks later. Right. Twist her neck. Yes. Okay. I was with Sal and Oldebag. Twist her neck, Nick, on stage. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. We know why. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Mrs. Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at locations. No one noticed he was missing. No one noticed he was missing. He's like a bear of a man. Like he's like he's like tall like a building. So no, I guess not. I say Mrs., not Miss. It's okay. She sure has someone. It's okay. She will be dead soon, so it's okay. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue. She's a rat. So, you know, we will drown her after that. Maybe we'll execute her on stage. Maybe twist her neck. Knack. This is how the thing works. Like, there is death sentence in this, right? So, it's okay. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Okay. Oldbag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Yeah, right, the Steel Samurai. Press harder. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. Okay. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. Why? You asked to be left out. Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered it. They covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it. With all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convincing everyone they didn't require questioning. Yeah. Oh, the script was not there. Let's go. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anyway. Why? There was a murder after all. But you didn't know about that before. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, what? Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue. What? Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Are we all stupid? Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement, and I wiggle my finger in a confusion. Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Her motive might have been? No. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. That's true. That's true. 100%. 100%. Mr. Edgeworth, what have you just said? Is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would take such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. However, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? You filthy rat, you get drowned in court right now. We preparing this water tank over there. You get drowned publicly as a rat. We have a rat costume too. It is a little bit tiny, so you have, it's like belly-free rat costume. It's very sexy, but you will die in this tank tonight, publicly. Good. I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. Kahoot! I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Oh. I see. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal director, huh? You have to find something to pack this on her here. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I will save. I will save. And I will crush her dreams of being a free woman. She knew that he was injured. Let's see. What time was that? 5. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. That's harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in the costume with Salmonella's help. Manella's help. Well, oh, what did I just say? I did not. Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. The witness will continue her testimony. Okay, this will not help me. Oh, he was blackmailed. Yeah, sorry, I was not listening to that too. Sorry. You boy, yeah. No. Wrong game. So I have to present to this something? Present to this my badge. I knew that Hammer was injured. Maybe she knew about the freaking pills? Ow. It's so weird because it's not true because the script was on Studio One, but I can't like to it. Can't you press it because of the name? Will Powers was injured. Yeah, you're right. How did you know about the injury? Yo, she's right. She's right. Hammer is not injured. Maybe I show the photo of Hammers and this will help. Because Powers was injured. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.